How's that? Hey, all you replay viewers, that's what that's what they say to do. Hey, listen, we're gonna talk about something I tweeted today. I was frustrated with one of my clients, and I just and some of you gotta realize I use Twitter as a valve when I'm frustrated. So I will, if I'm in traffic, I may tweet something or just go off on something. I use that for complaining a lot too, especially with companies. And I found, actually, I wrote a book. I wrote an Amazon Kindle book. So if you go on Amazon Kindle, I wrote The Art of the Twitter Complaint. So it's a little download. I think there's running 99 cents now, but because I blow off steam on Twitter. So today I posted that some people just want to be sick, and that got a lot of, some people were like, yeah, go, you do that and you say that, and some people didn't take it very well, in that how insensitive and how rude, or that I don't have a heart for people that are going through stuff. And I hope this doesn't fall. So they were just getting on my case. But what I am basically saying is, I'm sorry. Is that you, whether you know it or not, you're programmed. There is some programming, and my belief is we are a self-healing, self-regulating organism. Here, this is what we got, and if the default setting, if you will, is to be healthy. So if you're not healthy, don't blame faulty DNA. Blah. It's something that you've probably done to basically be unhealthy. For instance, there are just laws of how to take care of your body, and if you don't obey these laws, then things aren't going to work right. It's like if you decided that you have you're going to decide to put diesel in your car, which is a gas car. It's not going to work right. You could complain about it. You could, but it's just a thing. It's not going to work right. So if you don't take care of this body the way you're supposed to, then don't complain when you get the results that you get. So your body's self-healing, self-regulating. So what do you have to do? Put in good fuel, eat right, drink good clean water. Make sure you're not taking in toxins of any kind. You have to make sure that the brain and the body talk to each other, and that the brain talks to the rest of the body through the spinal cord. And that's where somebody like myself, like a chiropractor, comes in and makes sure that the connections are flowing. And what else do you need? You need to think good thoughts, good positive thoughts, because you ever heard this? Whatever your mind thinks you can achieve. It's the same thing. If you have a negative, if you think you're going to be sick, you probably are going to be sick. Let me give you an example, and a personal example. When I was a kid, and I must have been 8 years old or less, and my mom and dad would argue a lot. And I remember one time they were yelling, they were screaming, and I came out and I said, I don't feel well, and I was running a fever. And I remember All the screaming stopped, yelling stopped. Everybody sprung into action. Dad said, I'll go do this. Mom said, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna, wrap you in blankets or whatever it was. Everybody stopped doing what they were doing and sprang into action. And guess what? What happened? I turned out to be kind of a sick kid. Why? I guess I programmed myself into being sick because there was a reward. The reward was my mom and dad weren't going to fight anymore. So I had asthma. I didn't do a lot of sports, and you got to realize I wasn't. I say I wasn't very good at sports, but I don't know. I feel like I almost cheated myself because I didn't do. That was now I feel that was a crutch that they let me get away with, that I could say that I was a sick kid. And I remember in gym class, all I had to do was, sorry coach, I can't run, I can't do this, and they would let me off the hook. And I remember when I was we had moved to the States, and I remember a coach, and he's like, okay, well, you guys are gonna run, you're gonna run around the field or whatever it was. And I had my standard answer was like, oh coach, I'm sorry, I can't run. He's like, well, I'm sorry, but you're gonna run. Do your best, but you're gonna do it. And that was a shock because he wasn't letting me get away with this. So I did. I ran my best. Guess what? I finished. And a little bit later, I did some more, and it's like, wow, I guess I can do these things, and I'm not, I'm not, quote, limited and handicapped as to what I can do. So I was never great at sports. I'm not, I was kind of a nerdy kid, and now I'm a nerdy adult, I guess. But he didn't let me get away with it. So what I'm saying is, I don't want to let you get away with not exploring how healthy you can be. A lot of people, it's very easy to say, oh, I have so-and-so condition, and there's nothing anybody can do. And what I'm going to say is, like, okay, number one, where are you getting your information from? And usually it's the pharmaceuticals or your doctor. Medicine, their job is to give you the worst case scenario and create a customer, whether they, not everybody's not everybody in the healthcare field is evil and it's not a conspiracy like that, but on some level, it is about keeping you on some drugs. If you go to your medical doctor and say, hey, look, I wanna be healthy. There's nothing wrong, but I wanna be healthier. And they're gonna say, I've got nothing for you, man. They're like, okay, your blood pressure's, if you're healthy and you go to them and say, I want to be healthier, they've got nothing for you. If it doesn't require drugs or surgery, they've got nothing. So basically what I'm saying is, you've got to take responsibility for your own health because nobody else will. And I don't want, I'm going to call you out. I'm not going to let you get away with just being unhealthy. If your body's self-healing, self-regulating. So what does that mean? Well, if I do the right things will happen. Why? Because that's the way it is. You don't have to do anything special. Okay? So I'm open for questions, suggestions, or anything like that. I am on Twitter. You can tweet me questions, comments. I hate you, whatever it is. I'm a big boy. I can take it. Also, if you want to, I have blog posts and all kinds of stuff. Go to my page. It's healthfultips.com, and you can check me out there. And you know what? I know I have some clients, so I'm going to let you guys go. Hopefully, if you found this good, interesting, not offensive, you might want to share. Let your people know. Let your followers on Periscope know. Let your people on Twitter, and just share. And I'd like to answer. Oh yeah, and give me some hearts, because I'm feeling not loved here, and so there you go. Whoever that is, awesome. So yeah, just I'm here for you. I love you guys, and I want to. Whatever you guys need, I'm here. I'd like to help. All right. Thank you. See ya.